There we go. They've been standing patiently behind the curtain from 7 in the morning. Chef Wong So, welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. We've been preparing bumbu for the whole day. Just briefly introduce myself. I'm from Indonesia. It's an honor for me to be able to present the pride of our country with still mystery to the world. The topic will be the journey through Indonesian cuisine, but I can guarantee you what you see today is only less than 1% than what we have. Indonesia, if you look at the map, it's just only this part, but consists of 17,000 islands, 600 dialects, and spread. Testing. Okay. Thank you. I hope the escalation of a spicy hot would not blow the fuse again. Well, anyway, this is part of Indonesia part of the world map. And through my continuance of traveling to the region, I still consider myself finds a lot of mystery not yet being discovered. As internationally known, that Spice Island is known hundreds of years ago in this part, in this okay. This is Spice Island. What you know that once Manhattan was swapped by the Dutch trader to this little island here, to Manhattan, what New York now. But ironically, that all the best spices produced here not being used profoundly as compared to this part of the region, where in fact, in those days, the trade of spice was traveling from this region and centralized in this area of North Sumatra. This is a commonly used ingredient. Before I say, Indonesia, when you talk to everyone, Indonesian, the lady, they will say, oh, your bumbu is good. To spell bumbu is B-U-M-B-U. Why is that? They only consider this is the key, the secret recipe of individual woman to do the best seasoning. But they never say the meat is good, the veggie is good, the bumbu is good. The bumbu become a very, very complicated issue for Indonesian household. In generally, all the spices are used like this candle nut, clove, cumin, dried chili, and you have known all of these dry ingredients. And one of the unique pepper being used in the North Sumatra is called green Sichuan pepper, which is only they serve as the chili salsa instead of chili salsa, it giving the effect of Sichuan Nam hot. When it comes to ingredients, the key of ingredients part, which is what we call the sour, there will be a big discussion and dispute what to make the authenticity of the dishes made of each region. There are a few kind of sour that being used. This is what you normally know tamarind, which is we call it tamarind from Java. And this is another kind of a dry sour fruit. The Latin is Garcinia parvilia. And this is, they call it asam galugor, sour fruit, Garcinia macrophylla. This is also using this dry fruit using in the western Sumatra. This is the sour part of the cooking, what you know, one particular place in North Sumatra called Aceh. People know Aceh from its either coffee or during the devastating of tsunami. Another is lime. It's very complicated to deal with this. Galangal. This is a kind of turmeric family, but in Bali they use a lot of this just to cut down the fishiness of what they call it, the beef or the gamey flavor of the meat. Lesser galangal, ginger. This is all commonly used. Somebody asking if we can change whether we can change the turmeric into saffron. But it's not justified because saffron is once too expensive, just only giving the color. But might advise if you can't find the fresh turmeric, you can use the dry one. This is also a bit uncommon to be used, called finger root. When it comes to bumbu in Indonesia, every region have their own preference, even look like using the same ingredients. Like in this chili is being smoked and blackened. So they only use smoked chili, not fresh chili. And the turmeric has to be aged for some time, slowly, until it gets very intense, as well as ginger. Shallot is not very common in this part of the world, because especially in Europe, because it's expensive. This is the best flavor of shallot you can find, but it is always replaceable with the red onion. This is another dry aged. You can't beat the flavor of this garlic. It's slowly dry, never under the sun. A few types of chili. This is called a curly chili. If someone in Aceh will explain to you, my curly chili grow next to marijuana, so it tastes better. Don't believe that. It's another smoke, and this is a lime leaf, lemongrass. This is not. I don't know, maybe everyone should have heard about tempeh, is fermented bean curd. But this, the other one, this one is a pressed cake made from the leftover of tofu and cassava with a kind of fungus which is only used in Indonesia as a food. This is also to gain for the people the sources of protein. Everybody in the fresh coconut. This is also not common. This is a papaya blossom. Don't worry, they will never grow fruit. This type of papaya only growing blossom for veggie. The taste is bitter. Normally they wash with the salt. This is Pangyun edule. It's a black nut, which is also not common, but in Singapore, Peranakan cooking, they use a lot import from Indonesia. It's always a mystery because you can't see the inside. Everybody buy, not until you see the quality, not until you break it. This is a chili long pepper. I suggest if you have encountered this kind of ingredient, these spices in US or wherever, try to make a powder to put inside of chocolate souffle, a touch of this long chili. Then you see the effect of a very unique flavor and a peppery aftertaste. Candle nut is not macadamia nut. It's totally with a 60% fat. This is smoked. Now it comes to spice and aromatic of northern Sumatra. This is how this type of kaffir lime. This is a ginger flower. I don't know, it's familiar because in